Thanks for joining us here on Indivisible. I'm your host, John Stubbins. This is the show where we put God, family, and country first. We will always tell you the truth because that's what matters. I want to give a shout out to President Trump. He is still on the mend, but he is mending nicely, coming around. I've had the honor to spend this week here at the RNC here in Milwaukee and been able to spend some time with President Trump's family. Our Hunter Nation family. It's been a fantastic week, and we are getting a lot done. So Hunter Nation has a lot of things that we're working on, and believe me, we're going to be talking about it over the next couple months. Also, want to give a shout out, please, our website, johnstubbins.com. Get yourself our new coffee line, our new guy, our new affiliated license agreement with General Flynn is a big deal. So hope you'll try our coffee today. It's fantastic. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey, Tar Heel Synthetics. We are at the AMSOIL convention in Superior, Wisconsin, and we are here with Steve Schuring. And hey, Steve, how's convention going for you?
Well, it's going fantastic. A huge amount of dealers here. Great turnout. I own the AMSOIL-sponsored snowcross race team and the AMSOIL-sponsored off-road pro truck and side-by-side race teams. So this is one of our snowmobiles that we raced last year. This is one of the side-by-side cars that we raced. In addition to that, we have a Pro 4 truck. And then this is just kind of a fun little toy that I put together. It's a 1950 Dodge Power Wagon that runs Z-Rod oil in it.
What's your favorite product from AMSOIL?
My favorite product? Oil. I mean, we run the Dominator in our race snowmobiles, and we've been in situations where we've got landed on and broke our heat exchangers and been able to finish the race without ruining the motor. So that's really been a savior for us in times when we've been involved with content.
Why AMSOIL? Why no other product?
100% the best. You know, since I've been here since day one when it was a small company, I see the effort of quality they put in. Nobody matches that. It's a product you don't have to push to sell. It sells itself, and it provides the results we're looking for. It takes a variable out of our racing. It's like we don't have to worry about this being a failure. You know, we can focus more time on how are we tuning our suspension. We don't have to worry about, you know, the robustness of other stuff. So follow us on Facebook, ShearingSpeedSports.com, on Instagram, Shearing Speed Sports, and also follow Roger at TarHeelSynthetics.com.
Hunter Nation is the ultimate we the people in the conservation community, holding our elected employees accountable to the hunting, fishing, trapping, freedom lifestyle that has brought wildlife back to the healthiest and most thriving condition in our lifetime. HunterNation.org is the epicenter for freedom and wildlife conservation in America. I am Hunter Nation.
Thanks for joining us, folks. Got a great show. Again, we're coming live from the RNC here in Milwaukee. Hope you like my new hat given to me last night. I'm really thrilled about that. We've got a big day. Got Ken Paxton coming to join us here for dinner, and we've been with Laura Trump this week. We've got a huge project with Laura Trump we're really excited about. Laura Trump, we're going to be doing an educational animated series, and Donald Trump Jr. just joined our board of directors at HunterNation.org, and I actually want to go to that real quick on the screen because, folks, I got to tell you what we're launching here. We've already launched in Louisiana. We've flipped the governor's race there by over 60,000 votes that are new from hunters that did not vote in the last couple elections. That is phenomenal. So we're taking that model and all of our data to only conservative voters, and we're bringing that to Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, all the battleground states. So you're going to be seeing Hunter Nation a lot. As you know, they're already one of our sponsors. We work with Keith Mark, Donald Trump Jr., Rock Borland, and obviously Ted Nugent. So we've got a great team, and we've been very visible here this week. Now, on to the vote, because the vote's huge, and it's really important. And if you pay attention nationally, especially down in Florida, we have a lot of problems down in Palm Beach County, and we've had these problems over the last several voting cycles. So I have a really great friend, Jeff Buongiorno, and I want to invite him onto the show right now. He's running for Supervisor of Elections down in Palm Beach County. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? You're looking good. Love the hat. Love the hat.
Man, Betty, I tell you, we're thrilled about the hat. Got it last night. I was down at Calderone's here in Milwaukee. In fact, I've been so impressed with Calderone's that we're going to have the head chef on the show here soon. Great guy.
Very good. Very good.
Fantastic. How you doing down there?
Yeah, doing well. We're coming up to our August 20th primary, which since I'm the Republican nominee, I don't have to duke it out. There's I'm the guy who's challenging the incumbent. She's a Democrat. Her name is Wendy Link, and she was appointed by Governor DeSantis. So I'm going to say this is going to be her second election. So this is about 6 years now. She was appointed to replace a corrupt supervisor of elections named Susan Boucher, and Wendy Link was appointed as a Republican, and she promised Governor DeSantis that she would just serve one term and then she would leave it to the people to decide. But she basically betrayed us all. She flipped her party to Dem, so she's a Democrat, and she ran and she won another election. And it seems to me that DeSantis fired the warden and the prisoners run the prison, and none of those prisoners have left. So we have issues here. They're ongoing, and in my opinion, since the hanging chads, we haven't really had a fair, free, and transparent election. So that's what I'm hoping to get in and turn things around and work with President Trump right in his own backyard. We want to get to paper ballots. We want to get to same-day voting. Most importantly, we want to stop non-citizens from voting, and we want to stop that now. To me, that is the number one. We have an invasion at the border. We have no counter offensive to stop them from voting, and no one's talking about it.
Yeah, well, we do on this show. And by the way, I was with Tom Homan this week. Unfortunately, Tom was having some back issues, and he couldn't even go to his own film premiere on Tuesday night. He literally had to take a muscle relaxer. His back was hurting so bad he couldn't move. So, but we work with Tom Homan and Border 911, Jason Jones, Victor Avila, the whole team, because that border issue is an everyday issue. We never take our eye off that ball, just like with the cartels or the fentanyl or the human and child trafficking, which we're doing a documentary on right now, and we're making arrests. So it's a problem, and it's got to stop.
It's got to stop. Well, there needs to be a huge counteroffensive mounted now, not after the election. And I'm not talking about mass deportation, because we don't have the power or the guns to do it. But we do have the voice of the people, and we do have federal laws that allow the states, which, number one, in my opinion, is an oxymoron. The state laws and the state constitution should trump these illegal federal laws that have weakened elections. I mean, basically, over the last 20 years, we've allowed the people in power to change the rules so they can stay in power. And this is one reason why I'm against term limits, because if we have fair and free elections, I believe we don't need term limits. The problem is the same corrupt, bought and paid for politicians are allowed to remain in power because we don't have fair and free elections. So, election security is national security. It's a matter of life and death. Look at the fentanyl deaths. Look at the 13 Gold Star families. Look at all of the migrant crime. It's a travesty, and that's part of their plan. Invade us. I call it weapons of mass migration, and they're going to vote, and we have to stop them.
Hey, Jeff, I tell people this all the time because I study jihad very closely in dealing with that. But this comes under the umbrella of stealth jihad, which is to destroy from within, whether it's Omar or Presley or AOC or people of that ilk who get inside of our government to destroy it from within, whether it's our schools, our voting, everything, even our law enforcement, right? So we know what they're trying to do, but we have to stop it. That's the key.
Yeah, I've identified the threat here in Florida, and I found that we have an organization called the Florida Supervisors of Elections Incorporated, and in my opinion, they're perpetuating this election industrial complex where you need all these mail sorters, you need all these printers, you got to mail out the ballots, you got to get the ballots back in, you got to take them out of the envelope. It's creating thousands of jobs, and all these people are going to vote to keep the system intact. We've seen this for years. I grew up in Jersey, Hudson County, one of the most corrupt nations in the country. That's what they do. They just keep hiring. They grow government, and then they become all of these people they hire become the campaign, the ground game. That they do it all. And now it's even worse with these non-governmental organizations. I put a video out in Palm Beach County. There was an NGO. We call them a third-party voter registration organization in Florida, and it's just another term for a non-governmental organization. And we passed a very terrible election security bill when Governor DeSantis wanted to run for governor. If you were the governor, you couldn't run for federal office. It was called Resign to Run. And in Resign to Run, what they were pushing for was the allowing non-citizens to work for these third-party voter registration organizations. And they wanted to allow this, and thankfully one of the good things was we didn't allow it, but it went to appellate court, and we lost that decision. So now we have non-citizens registering voters. So Why is that? And we questioned the main person in front of the Palm Beach County. It's the Division of Taxation building where they collect taxes. It's also a motor vehicle agency, big, huge monstrosity that they built. And they're out there with signs in Spanish. It's mi familia vota. And we asked them point blank, well, do you check for proof of citizenship? And the woman said, well, you have to trust the people. So, we have a problem here. And, you could verify some of these findings and what I'm saying to be true. Here's something a lot of people don't understand in Florida and in Texas too, and it's in many, many, many states. You can go and register to vote with only a 4-digit code, the last 4 digits of a social security number. You never produce ID. Now you're registered to vote. Then you can go online to your local county website, and in Florida, just by using that code, you can request not only 1 ballot, but 3 ballots for 2 of your besties. You could cast that same ballot and use that code, and you never show your face. So this is high potential for synthetic identities. In 2010, I think it was Nexus or Gartner Group, they did a study. 6.1% of the population has more than 1 social security number, has 2 social security numbers. The stat was 270,000 had like 6 social security numbers. So you can check this information on socialsecurity.gov, SSA.gov, and you can see the volume. Texas is being slaughtered. So if you see Paxton, the last video got like 4 million views. In April, I put out data on the registrations that are coming through what's called the Help America Verify Voters Act. It's Section 303 of HAVA, Help America Vote Act, and Texas is getting slammed. And Secretary of State Jay Nelson on April 7th, she put out a statement. And in that statement, she clearly defines 2 classes of citizens. Number 1. Number 2, she promised the people that she would have an answer. She said those numbers are not possible, and I will have an answer. It's like 103 days and no answer. And it's very funny. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Well, the verbiage that she used, you can read it. It's on my Twitter feed. And you can just Google, Jay Nelson's press release. She says, while Texans must produce state-issued photo ID, individuals, so Texans, and now she says, while individuals can register to vote with a 4-digit code. So, in my opinion, and this is something for Ken Paxton, this is an abridgment of the law, and this is violating the Equal Protectionism Clause. I can't walk in same day and vote. I'm a traditional guy. I want to vote same day. I have to show photo ID. I can't just give them a 4-digit code, and I can't say,
No.
Can I have 2 extra ballots for my besties in the car? So they're basically what they're doing is they're enhancing the throughput of the distribution of the vote by mail ballots. And on top of that, in Palm Beach County for 3.5 years, we went to the county commissioners and we lobbied. We want to decentralize the vote count. We want to stop vote by mail ballots. We want to get rid of these tabulators. Will you help us? Well, no, that's not within our purview. We got stonewalled for 3.5 years. We were relentless. Finally, Ann Vandersteel and I did the show. We went and we started talking about illegals voting. And the minute we said illegals, we were shut down. And they pulled our mics. And what did they do? Now we had this distribution center in a warehouse, which was kind of seedy, and I didn't, I'm running. I want to return the vote count back to the precinct level, right? I would really want to work myself out of a job. We don't need this one, supervisor of all elections. We have 7 districts. We have 7 districts. We have 7 school board members that they oversee each district. Why don't we implement that same model with Supervisor of Elections? They don't need to. And the job pays like $200,000 a year. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We don't. They built a $25 to $30 million facility, brand new, 140,000 square feet, 6 bay doors. It's like a manufacturing plant. And guess what? 2 things. It's complete with bulletproof glass, and right next door is a Palm Beach County Sheriff's Officers PBSO. They have an annex, and they've been known to use our own law enforcement against us to basically protect and arrest us if we're out of line, if we question the supervisor or any of her staff. So what are they setting us up for between this brand new facility? And here's another thing. They move it in the middle of during an election year. So now you're not allowed to have a tour, a walkthrough of an election facility during an election year. So conveniently, they move it in 2024 early on. So now, sorry guys, can't come in. So all of these, this is all circumstantial evidence. There's no smoking gun, but it's a travesty.
Yeah,
it's an invasion. We have to stop it. We have to stand up. Time is running out.
No doubt about it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with Jeff.
Here's to the overlooked, the overworked, the underappreciated. Here's to the fighters to preserve our freedom, our liberty, our rights, our faith. Here's to the workers, the farmers, the first responders, and those who serve so bravely in our military. Here's to Americans who proudly hold tight to our values: God, privacy, freedom of speech, life and liberty. Here's to the patriots who love this country and everything it stands for, who should never be canceled for believing in America and the blessings of liberty. Finally, there's a bank for you, Old Glory Bank, named after the flag that represents the fabric of this great country and the people of Old Glory Nation, the engine of America. Now you have a bank that values your values. Now you have a bank that stands with you, no matter where you stand. Old Glory Bank. We stand with you.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Indivisible with John Stubbins is proud to support my friends Jim and Angela Holland and Set Apart Farms.
Faith-led and family-driven, we're doing things a better way for veterans and their families. For all the ways to get involved, go to setapartfarms.org.
And we are back. I want to show this photo. Want to give a big congratulations, happy anniversary to Mark and Patty McCluskey. I actually bumped into them last night, and they were having their anniversary dinner. So they surprised us and showed up here in Milwaukee. Didn't expect it. We had them on the show recently, and we're thrilled to have them. We're back though with Jeff. Look, Jeff. I've been working on the election fraud in all the swing states, all the battleground states, with every expert there is. And we've gone from Jovan Pulitzer, Mike Lindell, I mean, everybody, Arizona, every crew that's out here that's working on this issue. So believe me, we know. And we're going to keep fighting and try to take that away. But what Hunter Nation's doing is we're going to try to overwhelm them with votes that people didn't account for in the last couple election cycles because they just didn't vote. So we're going to try to get them on that angle. And you factor that in with the black vote, Hispanic vote, which President Trump is peeling off. I think it's a grand thing. I think it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, the big donors, they need to understand that the supervisors of elections, these are the most important positions out there. Instead of having to swap them every cycle and get 70 and 80% of the vote, if we could return, the Constitution, I would be a constable, right? I want to return the Constitution, make elections constitutional again. They wouldn't have to donate so much. So this cycle, there's 11 constitutional SOEs, supervisors of elections in Florida. We're all part of one slate. Okay, we need to be funded. We need to win now, and that will forever lay the path to restore our republic. In my opinion, these big donors, they need to throw us some money. My website is votebongi.com, and that's BONGI.
Say that again, Jeff.
You can get all my
one more
social media
time
from there. Say
that again one more time.
My website is votebongi.com, and Bongi is BONGI. Votebongi.com. And that's the long way to do it.
All right, we got it that time. Everybody, votebongi.com. You see it right there? JeffBuongiorno.com. We love that.
Bongi's a lot easier.
Yeah, it is. It is, baby. Real quick question, and then we got to go. What were your thoughts on what happened on Saturday with President Trump?
Oh, it was an assassination attempt. It was clearly a setup, and praise God. He's I could say all my thoughts. Praise God, and it was clearly a setup. And all I could say is the same PDAs, the same cell phones that have brainwashed the population. They really saved us with the cameras. There was no JFK, no mysteries here. We know it went down.
Amen, brother. Listen, Jeff Buongiorno, folks, make sure you get out there and vote. Palm Beach County, Palm Beach, Florida. Let's put Jeff in charge. He'll make sure things are right. God bless you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to head to commercial break. We'll be right back.
The Isaac Law Firm, protecting men in family court.
By now, you've all heard me talk about Mike and his great products. Well, guess what? Mike's now introduced his MyPillow My Slippers, which are fantastic. Great on my feet, soft as can be. I love them. Mike's taken over 2 years to develop these slippers. He's designed them to wear indoor or outdoor all day, all night long. Made with MyPillow foam and impact gel to help prevent fatigue. Made with quality leather suede. For a limited time, Mike is offering 40% off his new My Slippers. The My Slippers are so comfortable, you're going to want to get them for the whole family. Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code Indivisible. You'll also get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, the MyPillow mattress topper, and My Pillow towel sets. Or call 1-800-716-4639 and enter Indivisible as your promo code.
And we're back, folks. Show with Jeff tonight. Look, you live in Palm Beach County, Palm Beach, Florida. Make sure you get out and vote for Jeff in overwhelming numbers. You need your support down there. One is prime. It's him against the Democrat. We got to win this thing. Hunt the vote. HuntTheVote.org and HunterNation.org. Make sure that you check out both those websites and what we're doing to change the trajectory of the vote in all the battleground states. Also, make sure you check out our new coffee line. It is fantastic. You want to try this coffee, and you're going to be helping our cause and help saving our country at the same time. It's a big deal, folks. Big deal. We need your help. We want your help. Please, 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 please go to johnstubbins.com and you can get your coffee today. You can donate. You can help our work and help save this country because we're getting the job done on the ground. I want to thank you, your families. God bless you. We love you, and we couldn't have this show without you. So with that in mind, have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, wherever you are, and God bless you. God bless your families. Most of all, God bless America. We'll see you next week.